Hey, good morning, Knuckleheads. Wanted to get in touch with y'all and see how y'all are doing. Um, I'm hoping the same way today. One of the things that I wanted to do, was get in touch with y'all about the history of the choppers. What made the choppers chopper? What made it it? Hey, Rob, how you doing, brother? Welcome in. And there's been a lot of things that. Hey, Shaylee, how you doing? There's a lot of things that have been going on and stuff like that. And I do have a trivia question. I do have a trivia question for y'all, if you don't mind. The two most iconic motorcycles in the world. True, true. Um, the two most iconic motorcycles in the world. Do y'all know both their names? I know you can name one of them, but you know both of them. That's going to be your trivia question for today. See, the history of choppers is long since forgotten. People don't know where it's at. Well, hey Devo, how you doing, brother? Hey, that's nice, brother. How you doing, man? Come on in. See, everybody knows the one, Captain America, Easy Rider. But do you know the second one? We will get into that here shortly. That's going to be the topic later, because we're going to get into those. We're going to get into how, which deals and stuff like that, and there's going to be other discussions that we're going to talk about today as well, because there's some things that us bikers do that we don't discuss all the time. Hey, Daniel, how you doing, good friend? Welcome in. Hey, Grizz, good morning, brother. Not much, just doing a live about the history of the chopper and some other tidbits. It's not just going to hit the choppers. There's other stuff that's going to be hit with the biker communities and stuff like that. And one of the things that got me was everybody thinks that the choppers started in the 60s. That's when they started 70s, and even a lot more people think that the choppers started when the Tuttle bitches sat there and started making their shit. What's that? What's that called? Orange County choppers. Bitches, please. Those are expensive fucking yard ornaments. Those things aren't good. They're only good for short rides. That's why you don't see normal people riding them. They're only corporations using it for advertisement. But still, they are great custom work. I mean, I will grant that they do look good, but like I said, they're 100, almost 200, $250,000 pieces of shit yard ornaments. If I have 100, 200 grand, I'm taking all my buddies here out for fucking one hellacious party all fucking across the world. We're gonna go biker style. Fuck buying a freaking motorcycle that don't run. But anyway, like I said, let's get into the original starts. World War II, and and bikers have been long before World War II. Grant that, and they've been doing some customizations a little bit, but after World War II is when it started because they had that rush. And anybody that's been in the service knows that there's a rush that is required. We get bored with ourselves if we don't have that adrenaline, if we don't have that feeling of accomplishment, and we took the norm out and we built it for the better. All right. Yeah, I'm catching up here slowly, so sorry. I'm unmedicated and uncaffeinated. And yeah, they are. And like I said, I'm going to, and that's exactly it right there. That is exactly it right there. The Orange County chopper bitches, if you ever look at their clientele, they're not normal folk like us. You got the corporations that come in there. Shit like that puts the damper on real builders because that puts a wrong view on the rest of us. Because now other people will sit there and say, oh, well, this, this is this. Now, the rest of the poor builders have to try to get up to that standard. Exactly. And for me, I loved watching Orange Candy Choppers bitches just for one thing. I could care less if they kicked the crap out of each other. I could care less if their buildings blew the fuck up. The only thing I cared about was the designs, the intricate, how They sat there and they built their machines the way they got into it. Now, if they had sat there and done the right thing and took the time to actually have all of their shit worked on, they may have made it work. But I love the designs. I love to see what kind of shit they come up with. I love to see the creativeness of it. Because that's what it desired me. That's what I love is that creativeness, that fire within. You know, and I'm sitting there, I'm watching all the bashing between each other. The uh, chair slinging, the garbage can slinging, the fist fighting, all this other shit. The butt pounding and whatever else. I'm going, dudes, come on, just get back to the bike building. Just who cares about what you guys do? Just get back to the bikes. That's me. you know, but I may be weird on that aspect, because like I said, I only cared about the bikes. I didn't care about the rest of the bullshit. And that's where they got their views. That's where they got their clicks, is because of the dramas. All that shit was just for show. Just the same as their motorcycles. They're up there for show. They don't care. Hey Ronald, how you doing, brother? Welcome on in. Yep, yep. See, like I said, a lot of these younger generations, these new starts, think that the choppers are a new thing. They're not. They're old. They're older than us. You know, they've been around for a long while. After World War II came out, you know, 45, war ended, soldiers coming back home. That adrenaline rush that the soldiers needed, the AMA, where you had to dress all in the same exact suit, rode the same exact motorcycle. I mean, everything was all cookie cut world. But the soldiers sat there and said, no, we need to branch off to ourselves. That's when they started coming up with some of these killer biker clubs we know today. And I'll get to those later on a different discussion. Yep. I know. And at least JJ's Choppers sat there and he took the time to make them reliable. He sat there and he made sure, he stated he does not want his shit to be yard ornaments like the other crap, because he wanted something that was affordable and good for everybody to be able to ride and to get from point A to point B without having to have major breakdowns 15 minutes after you leave. You know, 5 miles or 15 minutes, whichever one gets you there first. But yeah, like I said, our troops are coming back from World War II. They needed that adrenaline rush. They started doing more crazier things. They started building themselves. They started looking at the motorcycles and said, "This is oh hey, well let's do this, let's do that, let's do this." There's really no set person that can be claimed for the first person to start customizing your motorcycles that I have been able to find yet. But give me time, I will figure this out because I love doing this shit. I love history. I love getting into the bikers, cultures, and everything about it. Um, One of the most iconic bike builders, though, that was so underrated in a lot of aspects. If it wasn't for his ingenuity, if it was not for his drive, his desire to sit there and look at each different piece, how could he make that piece better? How could he sit there and look at this piece? How could he make this piece work and make it better? That was John Harmon. John Harmon was one of the greatest bike builders there was back in the 60s and 70s. Unfortunately, he died young. John Harmon was one of those greatest that sat there and took each piece of the motorcycle and he wrote. He always had paper with him. He always sat there and had a pen and paper with him so that way if he had an idea, he came up with it. And once he got it down on paper, he sat there and he started working with it. He sat there and said, "Oh, hey, here you go, man. Here." Not knowing if it was actually going to work or not. But hey, trial and error. You live and learn. You do what you can. Let's see if I can bring up the deal again. Bear with me real quick. All right. All right. Oop, where are we at? Where are we at? There we go. Hey, all right.
right before we got
graves you cry.
Y'all know who that is. That frame right there, that frame right there is one of John Harmon's creations. That front end, John Harmon's, if I remember. I think that frame is solely his. Now, look at that build. This is something from somebody that has never been to school to go through engineering and all this other stuff, all this fancy book shit you need now. All right, where you at? Where you at?
living room of the house I had and pushed it out the front door. His favorite thing to do was build motorcycles. Of course, he thought about motorcycles all the time. He kept a pad and pencil right by the bed because he would dream about it, and he'd wake up and draw out whatever he dreamed about. So that was quite a passion. Whatever John did, he was passionate about it. On the weekends, we all got together and took off on our motorcycles and always went somewhere. We traveled all over California and Nevada. And it was a lot of fun. Didn't used to have sissy bars on the bikes, and I did fall off one.
See, like I said, he created things. He always had paper with him. He always took the time. If he seen something, he drew it down. He would wake up out of his sleep just to draw it. Then he'd build it. Like I said, John Harmon is one of the best underrated bike builders there is. His bikes are still sought after today. His bikes are still some of the most sought after bikes. The frame that you seen in the beginning that Jesse James was holding, that's his. He created it because he wanted something different. He loved to create. He loved that style. He loved to be different. Yeah, there's a lot of great ones still today, that are still back in the 60s and 70s, like Sugar Bear. Man, that dude's got some of the best front ends in the world. And his front ends are top of the line. This guy builds great bikes himself, and he's another one that came up. And if you don't know who Sugar Bear is, I'll get to him here shortly as well. See, like I said, there's people that most people forget. Most people think that Orange County are the bitches that started the chopper shit. Now, those little pansy ass bitches started destroying what we worked at. AJ Blues brother, how you doing, man? You be careful and have fun, brother. I'm always glad to have you here and listening. You know, like I said, it's uh, Orange County, and what else is that vanilla bitch's name? That California prick. Um, I'll get back to him here shortly. I don't remember who he is. Um, they were destroying the chopper bill because they are the ones that sat there and were making it just for people with money. Now, however, with that being said, the bitch in California, he made his motorcycles rideable. He made his usable, functional. The Orange County bitches, nah, 100, 200 and some odd $1,000 pieces of crap lawn ornament. Fuck that crap. You know, like I said, I only watched it because I love the creations. I love the builds. I love getting new knowledge on creating things, you know, because I've got a creative mind. I love putting things together. I love how things work, you know. Um, that's one reason why I've always been a builder for. I've always been that creative mindset. You know, let's see how this works. Let's see how this was. Let's see if we can improve it. Let's see whatever, you know. Yeah, some of the drama was funny as fuck. You know, like she had with the chairs thing and then the toilet paper roll and shit and whatever, and all that. You know, it was fun, but it just gets too old after a while. Has anybody came up with the second name for the Easy Rider motorcycle? But you know, like I said, the choppers really started decades, 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 decades ago, like 70 plus years ago. 7 decades, almost 8 decades. So far that I've been able to come up with. There may have been others, but like I said, so far from what I've been able to gather, this is where it goes. It's after, at least after World War II, the customization started coming because, like I said, the adrenaline rush. Our soldiers needed something to be theirs, you know. They walked away from the AMA because, like I said, AMA is that cookie cutter world where everything had to be in line. If we were in the AMA back then, dressed as we are today, we wouldn't be there because we had to be clean cut. We had everything all in uniform. And me is like, fuck you bitches. Nah, hell with that. Nope. Because I'm not that type of person to sit there and fit in with the norm society. I live my own life to my own drum. But like I said, there's things that really stood out. Let's get into more of the where am I at? Where am I at? Where am I at? All right, here we go. That's where I'm fired today. I'm fired. Can I fire myself today?
One time, but after that, John decided sissy bars were in order, so I wouldn't lose me anymore.
Up in Roseville, California, just a few miles from John's original shop, are John's former partners, Bill and Harry Holland.
I met John on the way to Angels Camp. He was broke down alongside the road. So we stopped and helped him out and continued on and went to Angels Camp. And after that, we just became good friends.
John Harmon and Harry Holland, and later Bill Holland, started a motorcycle company up in the Sacramento area. I believe it was in Roseville. And these people were creative geniuses.
He had some ideas on this front end that he hadn't really been working on yet, and that he shared with me.
John taught me how to weld, but he taught me everything about the front end, how to do it. And then a couple years down the road, for whatever reason, him and my brother, they split the company up. I stayed with John, and so John and I partnered up.
Now that right there is a testament. Saying that the guy is a creative genius. Like I said, he's never been to school. He never went through Harvard. He never went through all these colleges to go through to build and all these engineering shit. John Harmon was a biker of bikers. He loved the brotherhood, just like I do. His thought was he didn't care what club you're in. You rode your bike, you rode your life. That was his mentality. You ride free. Like what everybody else thinks. Your life to live, not theirs. Like I said, John Harmon was one of the greatest bike builders there was. And he didn't have anything to start with. He didn't come with money like a lot of these bitches do. You know, they didn't have the $1 million investors. They didn't have all these multi-million-dollar factories where you got people coming off the shelf, you know, from other factories. John Harmon was one of the innovators for today's parts. A lot of the parts on all the motorcycles that you see today some are created by him. Hey Dragon, how you doing, sweetheart? Yeah. Good. You know, like I said, a lot of the stuff that John Harmon, and like I said, I'm going to get into the other builders, so don't bear with me. Hey, Frostbite, how you doing, my friend? Good seeing you again. Like I said, right now, giving appreciation to John Harmon because, like I said, he's one of the most underrated builders. A lot of people don't realize the impact that he has in the black world. The world that he lived day to day. He lived, breathed back motorcycles. What can he do to improve this? What can he do to do this? What can he do to do that? He never stopped thinking. Like I said, he's one of the most underrated people in the biker world. Some of the most beautiful bikes the 60s and 70s came out from him. Let's see if I can't find his other bike. Yeah, Sugar Bear, like I said, Sugar Bear came through about the same time as John Harmon. They were good friends. All right, let me exit out of that for a second and let's see if. All right. Now, I'm going to bring up one of his custom built choppers real quick. And I want y'all's views. I want y'all to see, give me your opinion on what y'all think about this bike real quick.
This is my latest project. It's a 1974 chopper, original survivor. It was originally owned by Chuck Long, and he had it built by John Harmon. So original John Harmon fork, John Harmon chromoly frame, chrome plated, all original stuff here. The engine's not original. It came with the bike. There was 4 engines that came with the bike. This is a 73 XL. The bike originally had an XLCH in it. Paint's original of the bike. I mean, how many times do you see psychedelic paint jobs?
That is a survivor. That is one of his own creations. Now, what y'all think? Good? Yep. Yep. Like I said, this is a survivor, a noted, guaranteed, documented survivor from John Harmon original creation. Like I said, he did not live very long. He died at a young age. He died of cancer, and he died what he loved doing. You know, this is the era I came up in. This is the mentality I came up in. This is where I got my influence at. Didn't care who you were. Didn't care if you wore patch or not. If you were a cut or not. Just out there riding. Be free. Do your thing. Enjoy life to the fullest. See, that's where I come from. People like John Harmon, Sugar Bear. I can go on. Those are my inspirations growing up. Always getting those magazines, sitting there going, oh, yes, yes, yes. You know, we couldn't wait. You know, a lot of people back in my day were looking at the little girly magazines, sitting there going, oh, yeah, let's just. And they're all right. But me, I was more into the motorcycles. I was more into the building, the creations, the customizations of it, you know, and how things worked, you know, learning what part was what, you know, and I was hung around with those kind of people that built those, that sat there and wanted to teach me. Open my eyes so I can see. Open my ears so I can listen. Open my mind so I could retain. Several things that was taught to me as a kid. Everybody should do that. Look into themselves, open their eyes, learn. Don't be afraid to sit there and explore new venues. Look at something. What can you do to make it better? What can you do to do this? What can you do this? My bike out there, I guarantee you she ain't gonna be the same when I get done with her. Because I'm making her mine. I'm gonna add a few other things to it of her. I'm gonna do some paint. But I am, however, going to leave the middle part because that is such badass. The little lines in the middle of the tank say Harley Davidson. But like I said, John Harmon was one of those iconic builders. He knew where he stood. Everybody that's seen him seen greatness. They're always eager to learn. All right, let's get back to that motorcycle real quick. That thing is sharp as fuck.
Sounds like that. It's phenomenal. It's a new old stock Scorpion seat on there. Hurst Earhart rear brakes. Top oil tank modified to fit the bike. Hodgepodge of wiring that I put in there just so I could find out if this motor runs or not. I don't know who did the controls. It's got a Hurst Earhart master cylinder, the other little tiny one. I put oil in it and it immediately started leaking on the ground. So I don't know. I basically checked the point gap. Look at that radial lace front rim.
Look at that front end.
It's just a really cool bike. Great stance, super low. So I'm gonna hook up a battery and we're gonna see if I can get it fired up. So we put some fresh gas in it. It's got an S&S Super B on it. Old polished carb. Actually had to redo the header primaries. It's got an alphabet header on it. Just some really cool stuff on this bike. Unique seat mounts up there. They need to be replated, but just really cool bike. So let me get a battery and we're gonna see if we can't get it fired. All right, we're not getting crazy here.
Yeah, that's a sweet bike.
Jumper battery.
Yeah. And we all do, we are all programmed for one thing or another. I mean, I'm guilty to some point, but I'm also one to live my life free. And I don't live by society's rules. I don't live by social media's rules. I don't live by government's rules. I don't live by other people's standards. I live my life the way I live my life. I'm grateful for the friends that I have, the family that I keep. All right, round number 2 for his bike. Different style bike. Again, let me know what y'all think of this bike. This is all John Harmon's creation. Oop. That is one hellacious, beautiful ride right there. You know, she's like I said, some of the most iconic bikes ever created are forgotten. Yappy didn't create these custom bikes. Orange County sure as fuck didn't create custom motorcycles. They just made a very highly expensive fucking yard ornaments. Tax write off for the rich bitches. You know, like I said, some of that front end, I mean, that freaking pillar front end, oh my God, those things are fucking rock proof. The amount of hours he did just on the front end alone. He sat there and he took hours and he sat there and he's like, okay, if this didn't work, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do this. He would sit there for hours perfecting that. Those are some of the most comfortable riding bitches out there. Because, like I said, he helped create that. He sat there and he took the time to make something better. Now, this is just part one. I'm going to do a whole series of this week. I'm hurting. Didn't get much rest this morning because of flashbacks but nothing new. But yeah, I'm all this week. I'm going to do a different story on custom built the choppers, the history and everything else like that. And have any of y'all figured out the name for the second Easy Rider bike? No. Oh. See the other bike, the second bike in Easy Rider is Billy Bike. For those that don't know. Cliff Vaughn and Ben Hardy are the creators of those two bikes. And you'd be surprised. Because see, there's misconceptions on who built those two bikes. Tomorrow, when I do the Eagle's Nest, I will have people come up in the biker community. And tomorrow, in the morning, Sundays, we're going to have coffee talk, round table. We'll have church. We'll discuss biker stuff and all that shit. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He got some great builds, like I said, just um, look into some of his builds, like I said, I'll go into full details with just Harmon for now because, like I said, he is one of the most underrated builders. Everybody forgot. It's almost like time forgot. You know, he was good there, but yet once he passed, it's almost like he just kind of went down to the other venue, and everybody forgot where it came from. Like I said, the front ends. He spent hours building those, making sure the suspension was just perfect inside those things. I mean, he would sit there and says, okay, he'd test them, and if it broke, he didn't get pissed. It's like, lesson learned. Okay, how can we make it better? He would always enforce that. He'd always reinforce his ingenuity. All right. What's the issue with your triple tree? The placements, or are you sitting there having to get the deal right, or because that's one of the things that you always got to make sure you have perfect. You know, well, like I said, um, he does have in one of the videos that I just shown earlier with his wife. Um, in fact, tomorrow in the morning, I'm going to have coffee talk. I will have bikers up in our deal Sunday mornings. I'm going to try to get this, and I need remembering. I need reminding. Hey, Hillbilly, how you doing, brother? Memory is not always so good. So, Saturday night, y'all see me? You got me on Discord? Remind me. Sunday morning, coffee talk. We'll have each bikers come through here because it's going to be a great thing. I want to do something for the bikers, and I want to get all different perspectives on different things, on how they view these that we're discussing today. You know, because each thing needs to be done. You know, and as I said in the title, in the description, I'm not just talking about the choppers. Hey, if one way does not work, try another. Like I said, I will hook up with the video. I will look up through the video that I've got, the past histories and stuff like this. I will look up the suspension. And in fact, the video that I was looking at earlier discusses his front end, how he took it, what he did with it. So if you really look into that, like I said, he dives into that himself. And just take the time, look into it, and sit there and study. Do like he does. He always sits there and takes notes. He's always drawing. He's always figuring things out. He looks at the design. He'll sit there and say, okay, now this. Wouldn't this look good? Wouldn't this? He sees the shape as he's building it. That is what a good builder does. Hey, anything will work. You know, Even if you get one of those little Toyota RVs, one of those what size are those things? 20 footers, something like that. Yeah, 20 footers. You can build a really nice chopper with that. You know, trike, more or less. The possibilities are endless. Where one door closes, another one will open. Do not give up. Don't sell yourself short because there's always an idea out there somewhere. Always come in, always bring out, always work. Oh yeah, yeah. I love to cook. You know, I love cooking old traditional Native American food. It's great. It's healthier for me since I've got health issues, and a lot of the store crap, it's got more filling and more preservatives than freaking formaldehyde and, you know, this other shit. But yeah, um, I do love to cook. I do got some other videos of me cooking and stuff like that. But like I said, oh, there is one other thing that I'm going to do real quick. Uh, all right. All right, let's see if I can find it real quick. Nope, I can't find it real quick, but anyway, I'll find it. Oh wait, man, I'm looking the wrong thing. All right, let's see if I can find what I'm looking for real quick. Uh, Shit. Anyway, I'll figure it out. I'll find that up tomorrow. But yep. Oh, hey, those things are tough little bitches. Now, one of the things that I'm going to discuss real quick, and that's, one of the most important things bikers use on a daily basis. Ooh, that I just remembered. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Okay, where did it go? Where did it go? No, I'm not interested in bicyclists. Little freaking bitches. But one of the things that everybody uses that is very highly important. One of the things that we use when you see a group of bikers, like doing charity runs or you see clubs, stuff like that, you got intersections, right? You sit there and you see bikers blocking off certain parts of the sections. Those are crossing guards, just the same as you'd have in schools. You know why those are there for? To ensure safety. To make sure that the rest of the bikers can go through traffic without being stopped, without other asshats running through and blocking. So many wrecks because of careless drivers. Being a crossing guard is very important job because you're risking your life being there. Like I said, people are driving in their cage and they're sitting there, they're distracted. They got the radio going. They're going, my favorite song. I'm going to turn it up. And they're down here instead of being right here. They're like this. Or, where you at? They're like this. By the time they're down here to there, you're traveling about 100 feet. So, how being a crossing guard is very important, like I said, because you're protecting all the rest of the bikers. And we know several bikers that's got ran over already. I know a couple of good friends of mine that lost their lives because of that. A good friend of mine lost several of his club members because of that. Distracted drivers, I can't stand them. If I'm in a cage with some dude or some chick and they start grabbing that phone while we're driving, I'm out of there. I don't care if we're in the middle of a fucking freeway. I will get out and I will walk. No one's life is worth a fucking text that you can't pull over Like I said, the crossing guards are very important. They're very vital to the club, to the group, their safety. Not always are they appointed. There's people that just stand up and sit there going, hey, here you go. And they take the initiative to get up there and do it. Yeah. And see, like I said, for me, I don't care if we're down the freeway 60, 70 miles an hour. If I see you reaching for that phone, I'm out of there. No reason for whatsoever. Now, the passenger can always text, say, hey, person driving, whatever, da da da. The passenger can always answer the phone. Say, hey, I'm sorry, this, da 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 da. That is good because the passenger is not in control of a very volatile death machine. That's one thing that people need to fucking realize. This shit can wait. Your social media shit can wait. Now, I know that there are some that do have cameras that are set up specifically that they're able to drive hands free. Like what's that camera that everybody uses? Norton or not Norton? Spyro? No. GoPro. I think I I do think that's one of the names of those things. I don't remember offhand, but anyway, one of those cameras that they have that they stick on a little stick and they can drive, you know, without being distracted. This other shit, you know. But like I said, the crossing guards are very vital. Again, like I said, they're like the sergeant of arms in the MC, in the clubs. Sergeant at arms are the laws. They're the enforcers. They make sure everybody's doing their job. Everybody's right there. They're the road captains. There's multiple titles for what the crossing guards do. And these things are things that people do not discuss. By other biker communities I've watched and I'm friends with, they don't really get into this depth. They don't get into the down and dirty, if you will. They don't break down what it is to bring the biker community, what it is the little shit inside of the biker community. You know, what makes us us? What makes us unique amongst everybody else in the world? What makes us stand out? It's not the cuts that we have on our backs. It's not just the ride that we ride. There's a whole lot more to our brotherhood than that. And I'll get down to it. I'll break it down. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh shit. We're in trouble now. Y'all need to behave. Y'all need to behave. We got Wendy here. And for me, no. I'll do my best. Yeah. Yeah. See, one thing that they don't realize is that Google Maps is not always updated and they're always doing construction. So roads do change, you know, so there's shit that needs to do. Good morning, Wendy. How you doing, hon? You know, like I said, those things are dangerous. Those automated self-driving little fuckers, man, I'll blow those bitches out of the water. I don't give a fuck. They tried that with the semis, killed several people, injured several more. Well, you say good morning if you're on her good side. You say good evening if you're on her bad side. Or vice versa, either way. But, you know, like I said, those automated things, those are death traps. Those things are extreme death traps, especially to us bikers, because our windows are smaller. Our footprint, a whole hell of a lot smaller. So we need to be looked out for a whole lot more because we are the minority in this vast view of shit. Our lives matter just as much as you guys do. The cages. I'm always in the naughty corner. I'm always behaving myself. Well, bad as always, but I'm always behaving myself. But you know, like I said, for me, and I say this every day I do my lives. I do not care what cut you've got on. I don't. I do not care what ride you ride. It's your ride. It's your journey. It's just the fact that you're part of the brotherhood means more to me than anything else. I don't get into the politics of this shit because it gets too big of a mess. A long-time good friend of mine sat there and he says, politic less and ride more. I still stand by this, brother, even though other creators threw him underneath the bus. Do I agree with everything he does? No. But then again, I don't agree with everything everybody else does, just the same as everybody don't agree with me. That's what makes us human. We're able to work past our differences. And again, we are in a brotherhood. We are in the biggest family in the world. We stand together. We hold each other firm. We sit there and we look into each other. Oh, yeah. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, the girder. Oh, man, I just. Oh. Man, I just love those. Even though I'm more of a Springer. I know one of the things that you might try, and I'm going to look it up for you real quick. Let me get caught up on chat real quick, but like I said, John Harmon was a killer on suspension. He was great. The girder front ends that he had on the bike, it took him days to perfect. He came out like a rose. Sugar Bear front ends, same thing. He took hours developing those. He came out the same time with John Harmon. He came out with him, working with him, and all this other shit. He's another creator that is sought out for his creations. Hey, Crab Daddy, how you doing, brother? Oh yeah. See, that's me. We always will have disagreements now and then, but I'm big enough to sit there and say, "Hey, dude, I'm cool." Once the bullshit's done, I'm done. I forget it. I walk away from it. It's done. It's left back there. I don't bring it back up because the brotherhood means more to me than the bullshit. I don't hold grudges. Because that's petty bullshit. Not Richard petty bullshit, but it's still petty bullshit. Hey Becca, how you doing? Welcome, come on in. Like I said, Sugar Bear front end, John Harmon front end, the girder steel front end, those things are tough as nails. I'm doing all right today. Just kind of hurt a little bit, but nothing new. But yeah, like I said, John Harmon, and I know that I've been talking about him today, but he is a great, awesome fucking builder. This guy is so underrated on so many things, and he is in one of those forgotten pasts that no one forgets, that no one knows about. So as a biker, as a fucking part of the brotherhood, whether you're in a club or not, you're out there riding on 2s or even 3s. You need to know. You need to freaking know your history. We need to keep this heritage alive. We need to bring this back up to the newer generations. We need to sit there and envelop this together so that way the new generation that's coming up will know, oh, hey, wait, look. Maybe they can get some of these ideas and run with it. Let's see how the new generation will come up with their creations. Because new technology today, with the mindset back then, with the creations back then, with the forefathers building what they built back then. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the builds that could be built today? I mean, even if it's just like you and I, where we don't have the multi-million-dollar freaking shops and, we got machines to stamp out each part. Or we got a $70 what's that? Harbor Freight welder and a $20 Goodwill grinder, and $50 pawn shop tool set. The things that we could do today with the mindset of people back then. They never gave up. If they never gave up, nor should we. Because they gave us the hope, the dreams to be a biker. They gave us the parts that we have today. They gave us the Springer front ends. They gave us the choppers. They gave us the customizations. They gave us the initiative to sit there and look at a machine and go, Let's make this better. Let's make this different. Let's make this this. Let's do this. Let's see how this works. Our forefathers back in the day, we owe a whole hell of a lot of gratitude for. You know, hey, so's mine. I speak Southernese and a lot of times sarcasmese, you know. But again, you know, like I said, I am bringing things out that most forgot. I'm bringing shit out that most don't talk about. Because most of the creators today talk about the club business. What's going on today? Why the government's classifying us as gangs? Well, if you do stupid shit, you get called stupid shit. We're not a gang. We're not part of the government. We're not part of the freaking police force. The police force, the biggest useless gang members out there besides the government. They have their own laws, but we don't follow their laws. We follow the laws they say we have to follow. And they can change the law at a whim. They profile us every day. We need to start using our better mindset. We need to sit there and start talking about ourselves as a brotherhood. Old Native American traditional saying, Mother Earth has enough resources for our needs, but not our greed. Biker wars, turf wars, all this other shit, territory wars, fuck you. I'm going to say it right to your faces. Fuck you. Like I said, Mother Earth is big enough for all our needs, not our greed. Again, like I said last night, just a few hours ago, ego. People are letting their ego write a check their ass cannot cash. So, with that being said, we need to sit there and start rethinking. You know, as I was being handcuffed just about 20 feet from my house, cop sat there and he goes, Why are you shitting in your backyard for? And I'm looking, it's like, ew. That's what outhouses are for? No. He goes, No. Where do you live? I told him. He goes, yeah, where are you heading right now? I looked at him and said, jail. He goes, yeah, you live here in this town, right? Yeah. He goes, you're shitting in your backyard. You got to stop your stinking thinking. And as I'm sitting there in the Iron Bar Hotel, I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, it's like, what the fuck does he mean by stinking thinking? Sitting in your backyard. And that got me to think for a while. It didn't dawn on me. Till I moved out of Oklahoma. I moved back to Arizona. Then it hit me. I was the product of stinking thinking. I was caught up in that mentality of, well, this is my turf, this is mine, da 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 da. I'm going to do whatever I can to protect it. Nah, I needed to walk away from that. I hear you there. See, one of the things that I've already done like I said, when I do Eagle's Nest, it's all biker related. There's nothing else, no drama, other bullshit, except for biker stuff. I've done a uh, deal. I've already done a live. I've already done a video on the blue. The blue trying to be like us bikers. They have bikers that are being like 1%ers. Now, these are law enforcement. Lils, pigs, trash. They're trying to walk in our shoes. They're trying to be like us, but yet they sit there and they hold their badge up when shit starts to get real. And one thing that I always say, it's like everybody wants to be a badass until a real badass shows up. And you slap a Leo, one thing that they do is they pull out their badge. It's like, bitch, please. Here you are, you're doing this, you're trying to be just like us. It don't do a damn bit of good. You know? Hey, Lady Wolverine, how you doing, my friend? Good seeing you again. You know, and one of my questions is, how can any of us trust the Leo law enforcement, if they're trying to be like the ones they're calling gangs? How could we trust the Leos if they're breaking the laws, going out dealing the drugs, dealing the weapons, and killing people for fun, whatever, doing whatever they do, you know, banging each other in the corner, you know, watching what's that movie? Police Academy, you know, whatever those little bitches do. Um, how could we trust them? And then when they get caught, they say, "Oh well, we're doing this. You know, here's my badge." Da, 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 da. They get a free pass because they hold that little tin badge, little bitch. It says, "I'm part of the blue." You know, this is my badge number. Da, 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 da. I'm doing it because I'm trying to get into this. I'm infiltrating this. I'm doing this. You know, fuck you, little bitches. You little bitches need to be slapped out of your fucking jackets. The only thing you guys are good enough to ride are freaking Vespas. Grab your little Sons of Anarchy little patches. Go home, get your mommy's little cups. Leave being a bikers to us real bikers that really live for that heart, that really has the drive to be a real biker, that knows what it means to be a biker, instead of being a fake fucking bitch. I cannot stand those little bitches. I don't care for them. Don't have any respect for them. They're fake little bitches. They're useless. Like I said, they live a double standard. They do whatever they want and get away with it because the fact that they are backed by that little tin badge. We don't. We don't have that security. We don't have that flavor. Sit there and say, "Oh, hey, well, here you go." We spit wrong crossing the fucking road. We get a ticket. If the little piggy doesn't like how we put down our kickstand, boom, he lights us up. If our turn signals didn't blink fast enough or in the right order, boom, we're lit up. But the same little douchebag could sit there and get on his little ride and burn rubber through town, cause mayhem, do whatever the fuck he wants to. All he'll do is get a slap on the wrist. Is that fair to us? Is that really fair to us? And I'm not just saying as a biker. I'm saying this as civilians as well. Is that right for you? Is that right for us? Is that right for everybody here? That's non-law. I'm not going to call them law enforcement because they are not enforcing the laws. The only thing they're enforcing is their wallets. I support my country. I support my people within my country, but I do not support my government. Well, I do not support this government. I don't care what side of the aisle these bitches are on, whether you're a Republican or a demon rat. Can't stand either side of the aisle. White ring, left wing, same bird. They do not exist without one another. All this bullshit that they're spewing on TV, you know, like Trump and all this other shit, that's all phony bullshit. They're laughing at us because we're eating it up. We're hating each other because of our views, our standards. They don't give a fuck about us. If this government cared about us, this country would be running like it was before. Our country used to be one of the best, biggest, strongest countries in the world. Everybody knew not to fuck with us. Now, what do you see every month? You see other countries mocking us, laughing at us because we are now the biggest jokes in the world. Now, I don't care personally what side you vote. I don't care. As long as you're cool with me and you're cool with everybody in this chat, you're cool. I'll hang with you. Your political views is your political views. You have your standards, I have mine. We stand together. Again, we're a brotherhood. We stand together as a brotherhood. Bikers first. Fuck the political bullshit. I don't do that shit. I'll have coffee with anybody that comes in my door. I'll break bread with you. Even if we have disagreements in the past, I will still call you brother. I will still call you my friend. Because we still have that same goal. We still have that same desire. We still have that same future. We still have that same mindset. Be out there on the twos. Be out there in the free wind. Live free. Die hard. Live our lives the way we were created to live. As far as I know, I've never woke up with batteries. I don't have anything that has a remote control on me, so I was told I was born in a free land. I was born free. I was born to use my expressions, live my life how I wanted to live. And you know what? I'm going to die free. I will not ever be chained down by the government. I will not let social media bitches tell me how I should and should not speak. I'll go where I want to go. when I want to go, however I want to go. It don't matter to me. Like I said, we're brotherhood. Brotherhood means more to me than anything else. Cut, no cut. 2 wheels, 3 wheels. Except for those snowmobiles with the birth defects, those things should be freaking used as freaking grenade launch target practice. Those things are fucking disgusting, foul creations. Those are the what's that word? What's that word? Abomination of the biker community. But again, with that being said, if that is what you want to ride, if that is what you feel comfortable with riding, if that is what you feel safe riding, then so be it. Ride that because it is your ride, not mine. I have my opinion, so do you. You have your preferences, so do I. We all have our opinions. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. Like I said, don't let other people dictate what you ride. If it's your ride, the way you want to ride, hey, more power to you. That's the way it is. That's the way it should be. We are a family. Let's start talking and believing we are a family. Let's start being a family. Like I said, Mother Earth has enough resources for our needs, not our greeds. To fight over territory is fucking pansy childish bullshit. That's kindergarten shit. You want to fight over territory, then go back to fucking kindergarten, grade school. Mother Earth is big. She's going to be around long after we are. What legacy are we going to leave behind? Are we going to leave behind, oh, well, look, Joe Blow over here, he got killed because he was stupid and he sat there and he got caught doing this. He got caught doing this. And the rival member over here sat there and did not like it. So he pissed on his shoe, said it's raining. So he got shot. Is that what you want to have your legacy be told? Or do you want to sit there and say, hey, Joe Blow right here was an outstanding person, stood for his community. Yeah, he fucked up now and then, but hey, he did good. What legacy you can leave behind? I know mine's good. When I go to the great hunting grounds up there in the great sky, meet my great father, my family, I'm going to be welcomed with a soldier. I'm going to be welcomed as a warrior. My family is going to sit there and say, you did good, my son. Come on, welcome home. And I know our great father is going to sit there and tell me I fucked up. Now I acknowledge that. I fucked up. I'm not perfect. Nowhere near perfect. I'm only me. I live my life free. Despite having all these issues with my health, despite not being able to do like I used to, I'm still strong because I refuse to give up. I refuse to give in. I'm thankful for all you guys that sub to me. You guys are amazing. I love y'all. Thank you for everything that you guys have brought to me. The inspiration to move for the next day. You know, we're not guaranteed tomorrow. I know this. I face it daily. There's nights where I wake up or I go to bed wondering if I'll wake up in the morning. If I'll lay on that couch, take a nap, if I'll wake up. If I'm in my bed, some of the things that goes through my head. Last thing I say is, Great Father, Great Mother, Great Spirits, if tonight's my night to go, let me go in peace and let me come home as a soldier. Let me go home as a warrior. Let me go home with honor. And forgive me for those that I hurt, knowingly and unknowingly. Because I live for it today. With that being said, y'all, I need to cut this short. But we love y'all. Like I said, tomorrow, I do want to have people up on panels. So if you want to come up, let me know. It'd be cool. We'll have a roundtable discussion, as we call it, church. Discuss the bikers' interests, news, and this other stuff. You know, because it don't matter whether you're in a club or not. That you're riding, you got your views and shit like that. It don't matter. Let's start doing that Sunday mornings. You know, let's get coffee talk, you know, whatever. If we come up with a name for it, great. You guys got me on Discord. Shoot me a name. You guys want to come up with it, I'll use that name. If there's a combination of a name that we can come up with, great. But I'm thankful for everybody here. And as always, it don't matter what branch you're in, whether it be the Marines, Air Force, or Navy, Coast Guard, National Guard, Army. You got our salute. You got our support 100%. We thank you for being here. Take the time. This is your channel. May have my name on it. It don't mean I'm the owner of it. Each and every subscriber that comes into here, each and every person that comes into this chat, well, chat, each and every person that comes into this chat that is respectful, that's cool, that's your channel. This is your channel. This is your safety zone. This is your expressions. This is your house. I'm just a proprietor of it. But like I said, tomorrow, tonight, remind me, like I said, memory's not always so good. I still struggle. There's times I'm just lost and I have to have people remind me. I had to have a friend of mine tell me how to make jello. Jello. But again, that does not stop me. I may have mental issues where I don't remember shit half the time. I got more metal in me than NASCAR's got tracks. I've had more surgeries than Hoffa's been searched for. That still don't stop me. We love y'all. Thank you for coming here. It don't matter what patch you've got on, whether it be a mom and pop cut, riding cut, no cut, independent. We love y'all. You know, it don't matter what you ride. It's just a matter that you're out there riding. You're out there enjoying life to the fullest. You're out there getting your freedom. You're living your life on your terms, not someone else's. That's all that matters. As my good friend many years says, politics less, ride more. I'm going to see if I could use that. I'm going to talk to him and ask if I could use that more. And if I could use his little deal. Hey, Farlap, how you doing, my friend? Good seeing you again. But, you know, I don't think it's going to have an issue. But, you know, like I said, respect is given, respect is due. You know, I give credit where credit's due. And that is one of the most iconic things a person could say. Politics less and ride more. Grab a friend. Go for a ride. You don't even need to grab a physical person to go for a ride. Grab a friend, in your heart. Go for a ride. Take life by the balls and own it. Live your life the way you want to. Don't let your dreams stop by other people's standards of your life. Your dreams are your dreams, not someone else's. The only thing we can do is encourage you to live your dreams. The only thing we can do is help you get to your dreams. Those that are trying to stop you from your dreams are the ones that are scared. They're jealous of you because you are facing your dreams. You're reaching your dreams. You're doing what you want to do. There's people out there that are scared. Yep. Like I said, live your dreams. Live your life where you want to. As long as you're not screwing up and hurting someone else because your ego's writing the check your ass can't cash. We see enough of that shit all fucking day long. But with that being said, y'all have a great day. I might go live tonight and I may grab my guitar and do some jams. J Blues, would love to have you on my panel, and I'd love to see you jam and some other musicians up on panel. Let's have some jam night. All right. Hoorah! Doste Haned. Yeah, hello. You know, that is so true.